Lori Vallow Daybell's trial, suddenly, jury selections, an abrupt end this afternoon. I'll wait a second to come on. I'm just leaving the courthouse now, and what was supposed to happen this afternoon did not happen, therefore causing some delays in the trial until next week. And what happened this morning was that they finalized the final pool of 68. It ended up being 68 potential jurors who were asked to come downtown this afternoon to report at the courthouse, leave their jobs, leave their homes, leave their families, and come down to the courthouse and sit through voir dire, which is where the prosecution and the defense each ask questions, and the judge too. And that's how they ultimately whittle down the final jury pool of 12 jurors and 4 alternates, 16 total. So that was supposed to happen this afternoon. We went to the morning session. The morning session ended in less than an hour, and then the judge said, all right, we'll reconvene this afternoon. Everybody seemed fine at the morning session of court. There was no issues that we were aware of, at least, and things went pretty smooth. They went through the numbers pretty quick. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here. I'll give it a minute. I imagine we'll have more join here in a second, and then I won't have to repeat myself, but the morning session went great with jury selection. We had lunch, came back this afternoon. We saw all of the potential jurors lined up. It looked like there was 100 of them, but there were really only around 65, 68-ish. They were each given a number. They were walked into the courtroom. They sat down where they were supposed to sit in their assigned seats. The media and the public were then let in. We all took a seat, and Judge Beresky took to the bench and said, due to unforeseen circumstances, jury selection is not going to be able to be continued today. And we're all like, what? And then he proceeded to ask which jurors which jurors are able to not come back on Monday. And several of them raised their hands, and then he went through and spoke with them one-on-one and said, why can't you make it? Some had work, some had childcare, some had health, other issues. And then he said, basically, after interviewing them, I think it got down to 54. And he said, the remaining 54, you need to come back on Monday. He let them go. We still didn't know what was going on, why suddenly it came to an abrupt end. And he said, I've issued written rulings on your motions, and he handed those out. And then he said to Lori, if you need to quarantine or anything in the jail, please let us know. Something to that effect. We've requested the video from the court system, so we'll see if we get it. And if so, I'll show you tonight on Courtroom Insider. But that is what happened. So long story short, Lori is sick, or Lori said she was sick. I've confirmed it with several sources who say that she said she was sick. No one else is reporting feeling sick. That's why the judge asked if there was any sort of quarantine at the jail. And in all fairness, sometimes in jails and schools, sickness can spread pretty quick. But she said she was sick and apparently couldn't make it through this afternoon of 2 hours or 3 hours of jury selection and asked to be excused. So on Monday, instead of opening statements first thing, jury selection will continue. The jury will be picked. That'll happen in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we will likely have opening statements. So it's possible that the jury at the trial is held next Friday because of the scheduling, or not. It could get pushed off until the following week. So we'll see how the schedule goes. So that's what happened today. Normally, right now, I'd be sitting in the courtroom while they pick the jury, but that has not happened. Someone's asking if this is a ploy to get rid of the judge. I don't think so. I don't know what it would do. It definitely is Lori, expressing her things. She appeared fine, but sometimes we can be sick and not feel well. Maybe she really is sick. Maybe she's sick of this. I do know she has to get up very early, like 3:30, to be transported over to court. Not making any excuses for her, but just letting you know. So that's what's happening. Monday, we will have the court proceedings for you, but not Monday morning. It'll be in the afternoon. Just another twist in the case that keeps on with twists and turns around every corner. So I'm going to head back to my place and get ready for Courtroom Insider tonight. It'll probably be a short one. Not much to talk about because not much happened today, but we'll still talk. And if you have any questions, please put them down below. Good to see you all. Someone's saying, enjoy a cool shower and rest. Thank you. I might do that because it is so hot. It is so hot out here. Very hot. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Just wanted to give a quick update. I did post stuff on my Facebook and Twitter, but I know many of you on YouTube, you're our own special crowd at Facebook. So just wanted to say hi, and we'll see you tonight. Yeah, maybe I should go home to Idaho. That'd be nice. The weather's a lot cooler and nicer. Bye-bye.